Hello and welcome into Spectrum Sports 360. I'm Pat Welter. Orlando City's unbeaten streak will be put to the test this weekend. Not only do they face Toronto FC, they will do so without Nani for the next 2 matches. So here's the incident in question from Sunday's win over DC United. We froze it so you can see. The MLS Disciplinary Committee ruled this unwanted physical contact with a match official 2-game suspension. Austin Exploria Stadium hasn't been at full capacity yet, but I would say, and I think you would agree, that the fans have definitely made an impact so far on this season, and they're going to have a chance to have their opinions heard this weekend when Dom Dwyer takes the pitch for the first time with Toronto FC. What kind of reaction do you think you'll get? What kind of reaction should he get? And the injuries he had in 2020 certainly didn't end on a good note. But he did leave because his contract ended. It's not like he's forced his way out of here. This isn't a Dwight Howard situation. So I do think the boos would be uncalled for. I mean, this is a guy that won a USL title. This is a guy that led the team in goals. This was the face of the franchise for a time. Now, he might never play a game in Jacksonville, but Tim Tebow's jersey already putting up serious numbers. Not only is it the top-selling jersey, it was the entire top 3 on NFLShop.com. Men's, women's, and youth jerseys flying off the virtual shelves. Now, I did look up jersey insurance policies. They don't cover if a player gets cut, so shop wisely. Hello and welcome back to Spectrum Sports 360. I'm Pat Welter. Coco's Javian Hawkins wears his dream on his sleeve. Now he's living it with the Atlanta Falcons. Tonight's centerpiece, you'll see why his path to the NFL isn't as important to him as the person he's been able to honor along the way. Life isn't about the destination. It's about appreciating each and every step.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. It's like it's a Tiger family. Like, once you come out here and earn your stripes on this field, it's like we respect each other. Like, we did the same thing. We know what it takes.
Javian Hawkins doesn't forget
out of there.
where his football journey
Good way.
started.
Good way to get it. It's crazy, man. A lot of hard work put in on this field, not only on game day. Some tough days out here.
As a junior, Hawkins transferred from Astronaut to Cocoa High School. His dynamic running ability helped the Tigers win the 2016 4A state title.
There's a jet sweep with Hawkins cutting it on field and showing the burst. Hawkins accelerating on his way to the end zone, 70 yards.
It also earned him a scholarship to the University of Louisville.
Hawkins again, dancing his way into the second level. Inside the 5, he'll score.
He set the school's single-season rushing record in 2019.
I watched this guy take piles in college football, Kentucky's, Clemson's, Virginia's, Notre Dame's.
And making a cut is Hawkins in the clear. Foot race.
That's leg drive, that's want to, that's will.
Since December, he's been training.
Come back.
For what's next?
Never forget loyalty. National Football League. Once I get there and maintain, I can get it finished. I ain't there yet, though.
Hawkins has his dream inked on his shoulder. He has his inspiration next to his heart.
My chest and my entire neck represent my uncle. I call him my brother.
The Bible verse and portrait are for Greg Mitchell, who was shot and killed when Hawkins was 15 years old.
That just made me look at life a whole lot different. Like you gotta be aware. You know, any day, any moment, any second.
That kind of perspective is why he wasn't fazed when he didn't hear his name called during the NFL draft.
Honestly, it wasn't really hard because, like, I was seeing my friends go, like my boys from school who I was training with. And at the end of the night, I still got the call. So, like, as long as it wasn't on the big screen, like, I'm still pleased with what happened.
Hawkins signed with the Atlanta Falcons as an undrafted free agent. Now he just has to earn his spot.
All that tired pain, feeling like that.
Some guys don't understand that.
Man, it's an opportunity to, like, not only prove to myself, but prove to everyone, you know, just like I can do it, and it's up to me. So, owning the ground, owning where my feet are today.
Yes, sir.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Javian joining a growing family of former Cocoa players down in the NFL. Jamel Dean, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and Jawan Taylor all played on the same Cocoa team. all drafted in 2019 and now thriving in the league. Gardner Johnson is the Saints slot corner and a world-class trash talker. Juwan Taylor has started all 32 NFL games at right tackle for Jacksonville. Jamel Dean, of course, won the Super Bowl last year with Tampa and is one of the fastest corners in the league. All right, over to Claremont. State softball, 7A semifinal. If you don't get a picture on the gram, it didn't happen. Parents documenting the moment. Orange City versus Park Vista. Top First University Zoe Hines doubles to right. That scores UCF commit junior Amina Vega, part of a 3-run first. And this fan looks like my hair when I dumped a bottle of Sun in 7th grade. Rough time. Sophomore pitcher Chloe Ferriello settled down, though. Wouldn't allow another run. Park Vista wins 4-3, their 48th straight win. All right, all local matchup in the 6A semifinal. Vieira taking on Winter Springs. Alex Breeden and Farrah Gordon exchanging lineups there before the game. And it was scoreless in the third because we had defense like this. Sylvia Burrows, smooth slide there in center. Fast forward to the 7th now, 2 outs for Ashland Storms. She is the lightning and the thunder. Triples to right, and here comes Mackenzie Cox all the way from first. Throw not in time, and Winter Springs wins 2-0. Storm, the winning pitcher as well. State title game versus Miami-Dade Doral Academy Saturday at 3. To the 4A state championship, Eustis and Hernando. Lake County fans always show out. And Eustis pitcher Libby Lewandowski had herself a game. That's strikeout number 16 for you. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, a 5-0 lead here for Eustis. Everything going in their direction, and Lewandowski would do it. 17 strikeouts, complete game. Eustis wins 5-0, their first state championship. All right, time for the walk-off. Of the people to blame for this terrible Orlando Magic season, Steve Clifford might be last on the list. Now, I think that should go without saying, but I did just want to make sure. Clifford doesn't really get discussed among the best coaches in the league because he isn't on one of the best teams in the league. But that doesn't mean it isn't the case. I'd argue what Clifford has done in Orlando is very similar to the job Tom Thibodeau is doing with the New York Knicks. Young core with the veteran big and Julius Randle just waiting to be unlocked. Sounds a lot like Clifford's first year when defense and Nikola Vucevic fueled the Magic's first playoff appearance in 7 years. Now, the Magic were the 7th seed that year, 8th the next. New York is 4th. I'd argue if the Magic had Jonathan Isaac and Markelle Fultz this season, they'd probably be in the exact same position. So Jeff Waltman wouldn't say if he's extending Clifford's contract. Currently has 1 year left on his deal. I think they should. I think they will. There's a long rebuild ahead. At least you'll know you got the coach right. That's the walk-off. This is Spectrum Sports 360. Have a great weekend.
Spectrum Sports 360, driven by your Central Florida Honda.